Part two of our first match our first match of this doubleheader. Having
Oh
trouble
my
speaking,
God.
Dustin. Noble Esports versus CLG. It's going to be CLG's own map pick of Cobble and Dust. I just looked
If
up
there
a
was-
disturbing fact.
Oh God, I can't wait to see where this is headed.
Noble Esports
Okay.
in the past 3 months has not played once on Cobble. In the past ever, according to HLTV stats, they've never won on Cobble.
Is this including back when they were Leader 1? Look at
Just
those stats.
ooh, I think it's just
you're
as
an idiot.
Noble.
Yeah. Well,
it's
there was
just as
other
Noble.
Noble teams that were under Noble that you probably pulled your stats from. So you just got wrecked.
I just like the guy's name, Flom.
Yeah. So maybe you should check those numbers because you're
Oh,
probably
I'm
pulling
getting
stats that are relevant.
I'm getting
But,
wrecked, boys and girls.
Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, CLG's still probably pretty heavy favorite on Cobble. It's a map that they do like to play, though they have had some recent struggles on it, but I don't know if it's enough of a struggle for Noble to be able to find a way around it. As you're going to see CLG starting out on the CT side. So Noble, being on the terrace side of this map, I think you need to be getting at least 8, but probably really need more towards 9 or 10 to feel good the way this map plays out nowadays. So we'll see if they can get that started the right way. Pistol rounds. It looks like they want to attack this mid slope in the long A halls.
Yeah, they certainly want to do that. Tarek's going to be the one watching. He's in a quick position to go ahead and work his way on up. Drop's actually barely even being watched by CLG. Shouldn't be a factor with the offensive setup right now. No utility left after that smoke. Tarek taking the long-range fight, staying alive. We're finally going to be dropped down by Cutlass. Bomb plant, no problem. This is going to be a tough retake.
Cutlass is just wrecking on these pistol rounds, man. 3 kills to enter into the same bomb site. Pretty much sealed the deal by himself. There's really not much that CLG can do in response to that. Only Fuckley left in a 1-on-5, so very dominant pistol in there for Noble.
Yeah, nothing Fugly can do. He's got a smoke. He's got a flashbang. And looks like an upgraded pistol right there. No, he's just got the P2000 in his hands. So certainly worth saving. Virtus, though, jumping around. Oh, yeah, good night. How you like that? Single tapped in the face. Fugly just one little shot. He should be able to save it.
So yeah, I mean, there isn't really too much to talk about there. That was mostly just a Cutlass show, storming through the A site with the 3 entries and securing the round for Noble to give them a good start here on map 2. Again, they need to win this map, otherwise they will be eliminated here in the round of 16, and CLG will move forward. We're going to see a bit of a force buy here from CLG.
This is our second qualifier so far. We have 2 more qualifiers after this one to determine who's going to be going to CEVO land at GFINITY Arena in London. A little bit of aggression going on with CLG. Cutler flashing himself in a position at long. Virtus knows what's going on, watching the angle. Ooh, might have seen that shoulder. Cutler don't care. Takes the shot with the D.
What a shot. We're going to see that Glial recollected by Josh BM, but it is still a 5-on-4 here for CLG. Looks like Noble still won the edge towards the bomb side, but he's even doing a little bit more damage with this Eagle from Cutler.
Yeah, certainly slowed down the Noble Esports game plan right there. Char still watching the flank, but they 1 minute left on the clock. Seriously are considering pushing on into the B site. Cutlass playing around at drop down. And just no commitment whatsoever. JDM, Cutler, the entire CLG team converged all over the place, and now the decision's been made. Noble backing off, focusing on A site where Tarek's pushed up.
Cutlass does hop down here. He might run into kind of a bait setup between JDM and Fugly. Even Cutler with his eyes on drop down room as well. So a lot of crosshairs focused here on this player, and he will eventually get rid of by Fugly. So CLG, they have a 4-on-2.
Still, Noble taking one at drop down. Tarek, though, nobody suspects him over there. Wow, actually, Josh BM just turns around and shuts him down like it's nobody's business. Flash Death picks up 2 at balcony. And this is going to secure, well, doesn't quite secure a bomb plant just yet. Finally working his way around the backside. Bomb goes down. Cutler slowly creeping on up. Spots 1 by fence, and now it's Flash Death. Knows exactly
1 HP. Oh, my.
No grenade, none necessary. Cutler sprays it down, picks 3 up. No
Oh,
kit, no problem.
what a roller coaster ride of a round, right? You had your kind of low moment there for Noble when they were kind of getting wrecked by Cutler's Deagle, but then they rose up. They got some entries into the bounce, like at the bottom down. Then it all came plummeting back down at the end as Cutler clutched up a 1v2. So definitely some highs and lows throughout the round for both teams, but in the end, CLG is the one who robs Noble of the round, and they will go ahead and break the pattern early. So that is going to hurt Noble a bit. They will just pistol up this round, trying to save their money for the next, then get a full buy. Mag 7s and SMGs aplenty here for CLG.
Almost worse than just losing the pistol round altogether. CLG completely hitting the reset button. Right here at round 2, JDM's been pushed way up close at A site. Gonna have to deal with Char, but Noble's just gonna go back into their default. Play nice and slow.
I mean, they're pretty much in a classic default for this map, where you just have kind of like one middle, one A halls, or just two towards that area of the map in general, and just three playing inside the B lobby. Usually one kind of more focused on drop, and two just kind of more spotting towards long B. So this is like the classic opening to Kabul. They're not really finding anything. CLG playing in some pretty passive positions here.
Yeah, CLG's not gonna show themselves one bit. And why should they? They've got the gun advantage. There's no need to go ahead and show their hand at this point, walking into close-range pistol battles.
But they are going to gather up for a B attack, though, here in just a moment. Another smoke goes up on long, though, so that might be kind of deterring Noble just a little bit, or at least forcing them to wait a little bit longer. But it looks like they're actually gearing up to just hit drop very heavily, and you get the kill on the Cutler.
Yeah, there's the kill right there about Hayes. Long distance, able to pick one off, and then now with the swag, 7 drops 1. Does a tremendous amount of damage to Char and then finishes the job right there. That's a number of shoddy kills with the rest of the team doing work, and CLG with a convincing win to Noble's force.
It is, and so we are going to see AKs being bought up by Noble, though, and curious to see how many of these SMGs and Mag 7 CLG will actually hold on to. Looks like they'll hold on to all of them, yeah. I mean, the Mag 7s definitely can be put to use at drop-down room as well as the broken wall. As far as the SMGs go, though, a little bit harder to find a use of. You can play some closer angles in A halls with them or something, but otherwise they can kind of wind up being a bit of a burden for the team. But it's just going to be a strong long B hit here from Noble. They're going to avoid most of this.
Yeah, Noble expects that something's going on as far as saving the weapons, so they're just going to charge on out with no respect at this point. And nice, beautiful entry over there. But Tarek and Cutler already doing some work. Tarek works his way in from door, drops one off, spots that one has crossed over. That's going to be flash step, and it's like all over. As soon as the rotation comes in, it's Tarek Cutler mopping up the mess super fast.
Yeah, so now a bunch of AKs have been collected at this point, so CLG still don't really have to spend any money. Look at how much bank they have at this point. Hayes will actually go ahead and pick up a Mag 7. Again, no op out here for JDM, as again, he did pick up the AK, so he's not going to spend any extra cash to get the op. We are going to see he and Tarek is going to be playing over towards the save bomb site. So this is important to note that there has been a little bit of a change in CT positioning here from CLG. It used to be that Cutler was kind of the A anchor on this map, and now it seems like Tarek is kind of fulfilling that role. Hayes also used to be more of kind of a rotator on the A side of the map, and they were pretty op-heavy with JDM in the B bomb side, but now they have Hayes actually playing B, and JDM actually focus more at A. So.
Yeah, this is very different than what I'm used to seeing, and yeah, that just happened. Noble Esports working their way down long, just get completely cut down. Finally able to drop Tarek after he picks up 3. JDM finishes the deal, and then Cutler watching for that flank player. That's going to be Flash Step walking right in his AK-47 spray. Certainly not what Noble would have been looking for.
JDM will actually, JDM will go ahead and pick up the op here as well. He will drop an AK. And again, JDM was kind of one of the guys that, at least in the NA scene, was one of the first to drift more towards being kind of a heavier B player. Like a lot of players would just play more like mid-slope A rotator with the op, but he was one of the ones that would kind of just play B almost every single round. They will double rifle at A, but it looks like he is taking his op over to mid-slope this time around. So they have put him back over here. Again, he won't be able to find anything just yet. Meanwhile, Virtus looking to see if he can't find something with his op over at the B platform, but he's been pushed off.
Yeah, he's been pushed off. He's also been smoked off over here, so there's nothing they can do at the B site just yet. Looks like Noble doesn't even want to go ahead and commit to anything either, with Cutlass and Char hanging back Again, it seems like Noble's total game plan is to watch for CT aggression and then pick them off. And CLG's not giving it to him. The only aggression we're seeing is actually CLG towards long or towards A, mid and long. And that hasn't paid off too well for Noble.
No, certainly not.
Char's taking some position. Working his way up mid. JDM, I don't even see how JDM did that. He's rotated his way all the way back towards B side. That's behind platform. So he's back to his old tricks again. Working the AWP. And yeah, there's bomb. 4 players dead. Char's going to work his way on up on an entry. Picks up Tarek. Hayes, beautiful grenade. And the jumping swag 7 finishes it off.
The Noble having a lot of struggles here on this terrorist side of Cobble. Meanwhile, everyone on CLG is at 5-digit bank accounts at this point. They have plenty of money over there. Noble hurting for it, as they will go ahead and buy up what they can here. AKs, except for Virtus, who will be on the Deagle only. And we are going to see the op this time actually heading over here towards B. So again, JDM can be a bit more B-heavy of an opper, as we are going to see Hayes taking his place over in the mid-slope to cover that area. Tarek still holding over here in the long A halls, and it seems to be where Noble is trying to test the waters. They do have Tarek pretty much trapped over here in the corner. They's going to have to try to come help bail him out.
Yeah, Smoke's going to allow him to go ahead and escape. Hayes also setting up an angle. They're going to feel confident after this, though, if they take position throughout danger, mid and long. Hayes close. The auto-suspect is based on where Tarek was playing earlier.
Checking to make sure he's not still there. Of course, he has gotten out of there. And it's actually a double op setup. I didn't realize that until just now. Tarek has his second op over here at the A-bomb site. He's actually watching long from the APC. Kind of baiting for Hayes, who was playing in this corner, but they know he's there now because of that incendiary that was thrown. But he's able to trade out the kill, and he's going to be able to run away fast enough before that mid-slope attack can catch him falling back. So a big job there from Tarek to stay alive, but oh, wow, what a one-teak from Virtus.
Yeah, beware the Deagle over there, and then Flash Tap working his way further up on the entry. That's going to drop one more player, so it leaves us with Cutler and JDM. Bomb gets planted, no problem. Cutler's going to make the entry from balcony, and then JDM just waiting the long 18 seconds on the smoke to be dropped out. The Deagle almost drops Cutler. He escapes with the cover of a flash, but then Josh BM right there at the same old cubby from last time. JDM's going to get caught. And really, he doesn't have a chance at this point. I'd save.
I mean, they have so much money, though. You might as well do as much damage as you can. Force some rebuys out of this team, and he will, in fact, get a couple of kills. So it's going to force 3 rebuys. I don't know about the very least. That's 4 rebuys. Catches Virtus, too, and JDM showing you a little bit of a flair there. Giving you a little bit of a taste of what he's capable of. No, it isn't some, I guess, lower impact frags when it comes to winning the round, but it does have a high impact on pulling a lot of money out of the funds of Noble a lot earlier than they probably hoped they would have to dip into their pockets for them. And the double op still going to be infected here for CLG. Again, plenty of money over there. They're definitely have nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, Noble buying down to their bottom dollar. They don't have much to work with if this round doesn't go well. So they still have to, worry about CLG building up a pretty substantial lead here. It's already pretty decent, but it could be much worse if they can't get this round.
That was so expensive. So expensive. There's all confidence of JDM. This time, though, Noble's going to go ahead and take down the CT aggression at A site. And that is Tarek, who's been soloing the A site the past couple of rounds over here. With that kill, though, Hayes rotates himself in. Fugly's in a position to go ahead and watch the angle. And Noble wants to commit to this site. If they can take Hayes, yeah, that's it. They're going to go flooding into the site. No problem.
I don't get why he still has a max 7 at this point. But anyway, he tried to put an incendiary down at long A to stop the push. It didn't pan out. So now it's a 4-on-3 here in favor of Noble. We're going to see if they can't hold off this retake. But again, CLG going to go for it. They have so much money.
Yeah, Josh BM playing down from mid. Spots one along with Char. Stacking 2 down here. JDM could find himself walking into a world of hurt. 2 guns on him. And there it is. Peeks out. Doesn't expect a close player. Josh BM finishes the job.
Noble going to be able to put one on the board, just kind of catching Tarek by himself over in the A-bomb side, getting his op down right away, and then catching Hayes for free as well. So, I mean, when you get 2 free frags like that so early in the round, it's definitely going to, you know, bode well for you. And they're able to capitalize onto all that, and they're able to get it into a 5-3 score, making it a bit closer. They're starting to get their money in order finally now. They're going to have a nice full buy here with AKs. Hayes rebuys the Mag 7 again. What is up with this? Kind of tilted me a little bit.
Hayes playing.
I mean, he's not really playing a position where it's, yeah, he's not in drop, he's not broken wall, so he's playing a rotation position in connector. I mean, yeah, you might get some close range fights with the Mag 7 at window.
Yeah, but if they hit A, you've got to be able to take those rifle battles at wood, at fence.
Definitely a handicap, that is for sure. Maybe it won't matter though, as we do see JDM opening up here with the op at Char.
Yeah, he takes a little bit of damage down there. JDM dropped down to 24. He's going to go ahead and boost Tarek up. And I'd expect him to go ahead and back off. Watching for the cross. Might actually work out in a very big way. You see Char and Flash Step working their way back towards A site. Bomb's going to be recovered. Start backing on off. If somebody goes down long, I don't know that they're going to check for Tarek. Especially with JDM baiting him out here.
So, good opening here from CLG. That op pick on JDM still has remained uncontested. There's been no trade back from Noble just yet. They're going to see that they do have mid control here for Noble. They do have control of that mid room, but they are kind of backing off of it. They want to go for a late B hit. There is still 2 players in the area, and the quick rotate from Hayes.
Yeah, they actually pulled Hayes off. B site, doesn't matter though. Hayes picking up the swag 7 shot. Josh BM with 1. Flash Step's going to be the last man standing. Hayes on the rotation through drop down. 1 more swag 7 kill. So we were questioning him a little bit playing with gun, but he still picks up 2 kills with it. Further increasing the bankroll for CLG. Up 3 rounds at this point, and yeah, pretty much breaking the economy for Noble.
And so he drops an AK and buys it back again. So he'll keep up with that. And again, it can be useful, I think, at drop and broken wall. Just it seemed like Hayes wasn't really playing any of those positions. Though I guess he is kind of playing drop with Cutler, but not really.
Sort of. It's not a traditional drop play, though, is it?
Now it's just a pistol round, though, from Noble, and they're trying to... They actually catch the boost! Oh, no!
Oh, wow. That's two entry frags right there on pistols. So it's going to be really costly. The trouble is, one player, Hayes, has already rotated on into the A site. Cutler's also right there. They have the Spirit guns. They've got some utility, and if they can just keep cutting him down, there's Cutler.
Wow.
Finds one out there.
Good recovery from CLG. This is looking like it was a lost round, but they rotate pretty quickly, and they're able to deal the blows, and they get the round. They're up 7-3 now, so nice little bring back of the round from CLG. I mean, yeah, Noble didn't really have much in that round anyway. It was just pistols, but they almost put themselves in a winning position with those 2 picks, but CLG said better about it, I guess.
That's dose for dose with Fugly and Cutler. Picking up more frags, and yeah, Noble in trouble. They're going to be able to pull out some AK-47s, but at the cost of their entire bank account. 1 more loss, and they're going to be dropped back into their choice of a force or a full-on eco. Maybe a little bit more aggression going on at B site, but that's going to be shut down by that smoke.
They're just kind of keeping kind of 2-1-2 setup, so to speak, though they are going to be a little bit more A-heavy. Hayes actually playing deep inside long A halls to begin with. Not going to be there with Cutler towards drop this time around, and JDM has his op focused on long B, which is not a bad idea. That seems to be where the hit's going to be coming from. They're trying to throw a little bit of a fake over here at A, but Vertus is out here on the platform, and wow, CLG just cleaned that up quite quickly. And now these last 2 players who are A-halls are trying to come back over here towards B, but I mean, they're just going to run into the same problem. JDM's op is still there, and Fugly hasn't rotated. No one's really shifted too much.
Cutler playing a little bit closer to the A site, so B site's weak at this point. If Noble's going to make an entry, now would be the time. They come charging on in. Smokes making it a little bit confusing. Fugly, nice play by Rock, picks up 1 before he gets straight out. But by just enough time for Cutler to work his way on to the site, Flash Step finds himself all alone.
Yeah, I mean, this round's pretty much in the bag at this point. Flash Step will try to make one last effort at it, though. He gets a couple of kills, and now he's got himself in a somewhat winnable situation, but Tarek To make sure it doesn't get any further than that. Able to make the score now 8-3 in favor of CLG. So, again, shaping up to be a pretty one-sided affair. As we are going to see Noble again on just a little bit of a force buy here, and a great chance for CLG to just kind of keep building up this lead at this point.
Tech 9s, Rec 9s coming out for Noble Esports. We've seen them being very effective on pistols in the past. With their long A push this time around, the entire squad working their way towards drop. Are they just going to drop down? Yeah, there it is. Cutler playing the passive angle. It's going to cost him his life. Cutlers with the kill. They admit they can go any direction. Working it towards A. Tarek knows what's up. Oh, don't get caught with your grenade out. Well, maybe it's okay. Hayes. Frag out. And then Tarek working around behind Struck. I don't know how Tarek even survives that one. Picks up a kill. Then gets threaded on out. There it is, Dust. All right, bomb's gonna get dropped out by JDM. With CLG picking up yet another round right there. Noble Esports set a floor on their buy limit over here. They've got plenty of cash this time around. AK-47's popping on out. Virtus with $5,000, though. Josh BM 5.6 should not be able to really afford an AWP unless they want to pull out the glass cannon. And just like that, we're going to see a timeout. Looks like Noble Esports using the tactical timeout. Really the right time for this. Round 13. They're down by 6 rounds. And it's time to change up this this T side. There's the box scores popping up on the screen right now. Start of the show so far. Tarek, JDM, and Cutler all tied for 12 kills. Not bad. With the efficacy scores just through the roof, 16 to 17. Unreal. ADR through the roof as well. I hate to call him out. But Char, not exactly representing so far here on Cobble tonight. Scoreline of 2 kills on the board. As we sit in the tactical timeout. Now, if you guys are just joining us, this is map number 2. As chosen, no surprise, by Counter Logic Gaming, CLG. They've shown so much skill and prowess on this map in the past, although we were observing and discussing earlier that the positions seem to have slightly shifted on some of the rounds, specifically JDM playing a little bit more aggressively towards A site, but as they started shifting into the gun rounds, JDM working his way back towards B. CLG took Dust 2 with a scoreline of 16-7. And if Noble can't win this one, they're going to be dropped out of qualifier number 2.
Yeah, it'll kind of just be like a repeat of what happened to them in the first qualifier, right? I mean, they played Liquid in the opening round of that one, and they were pretty quickly taken care of in the 2 one-sided affairs via 2-0 series, and that's like the same thing might be happening to them here against CLG. And again, that's kind of one of the tough breaks you catch in this type of tournament is trial by fire, right? I mean, you're a newer team, you're coming into some of your first pro league competition, and you're immediately faced with a high seed of one of the top teams in the region. So, I mean, you get tested heavy early if you're one of these underdog teams. And that's kind of the pain that Noble's suffering from at the moment. But I guess we'll see what happens here as I guess that was a technical pause?
Tactical by Noble Esports.
Tactical by Noble? Okay. It looked like CLG was saying they wanted to resume it like it was their pause, so I was kind of confused. I don't know. Either way, it would have been a good time for Noble to talk things out, as they are certainly struggling here.
As we were talking about, they're not going to be able to afford to pull an AWP out. They elect not to go with the glass cannon, probably a more conservative move, and focus heavily on A side. They're going to have to deal with Tarek. Watch in the corner. Noble Esports working their way towards mid. Now Tarek drops a single incendiary down there. It's not going to do any damage, just announces his position. Makes Cutlass suspect something. He walks right into the crosshair. Feeding Tarek one kill.
So Noble able to get a nice little trade here on the A-bomb side. They do have a nice flank coming in from Flash Up as well at drop. That could be pretty key. I don't know that he's been heard, so he might be able to get behind JDM here and really cause a big disturbance. But unfortunately, they can't break through at the site itself. The bomb's been taken down.
Well, that's a great kill by Flash Step, dropping JDM. That completely opens the B site. But the problem is the bomb is isolated at A. Virtus is stuck pretty much right in the open. Bugley and Cutler playing really passive angles over here, not going to challenge him. Bugley dropping down, announces his position. Virtus Light should have been able to go ahead and pick up that kill. But Bugley with superior shot there finishes the job. Cutler also. And we're just 5 away from match point at the approaching the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's looking really, really hard on Noble at this point. They're kind of in choppy seas now, as they're only with 3 rounds on the terror side of Cobble. It's not
choppy
a place you want to be. Guess that's true. Guess it's a little bit more severe than just choppy seas.
I'm not ready to break out the brutal savage wreck card yet, though.
It's not. That's what happened to Paul's Complexity last night when they played against TSM on Inferno. That was the brutal savage wreck.
I missed that game. I missed that game.
You really didn't. You really didn't miss a whole
much.
lot. No.
There's an opening pick right there for Virtus. So maybe Noble's got a little bit of fight and then pick up one more kill on Hayes as they start working their way in. Problem is they're stalled out by Fence. That buys time for rotators to start working their way on in. Cutler all alone. So many T's surrounding him. Charge one is going to go ahead and pick up the shot. Bomb will go down. Absolutely no problem. JDM sitting with the AWP. 3.6. His team's actually a little bit low on cash, so that might encourage him to go ahead and back off. Last time he was in this situation, though, he picked up 3 kills, and he's at it again, Dust.
Yeah, I'm not going to get much further than that, though. Just gets the 1. Noble secure the round, so the timeout does lead them at least to 1 more round before the half is over. But still plenty of cash over here for CLG to make a purchase, get that op back in JDM's hands. The rifles can be dropped, so they should be pretty much fully decked out. That's been one of the other big things that Noble's had to deal with. They've never had an easy break this half. CLG's been buying pretty much every round because of all the money they stored up, and it's been tough on Noble to find rounds because of that. It's made it where every round's been a challenge rather than kind of a gimme round here and there. We are going to see the last round of the half in play now, as Noble is going to be, back spread out to more of their default spot. CLG again just being a bit more B heavy, trusting in Tarek to play A alone for now.
I'm just noticing how CLG's adjusted their drop zone control. They were so passive on it until that one round where Noble plowed through and wrecked them on it. Now Hay is playing much more standard.
Yeah, Cutler there to assist him as well. So they're kind of doubling up on drop with 2, and they have Fugly and JDM to deal with the B platform. I mean, it does leave A heavily exposed, but as long as Tarek can just stay alive, playing more passive positions while Hayes is super committed here, you can somewhat get away with it.
Well, it looks like A site might not be a factor. 50 seconds remaining as the team starts bunching up at A. Char turning himself into a lurk player at the back end. Part of the reason why Char's not been doing so hot either, he keeps getting isolated all alone in these 1v1s, as lurking just not paying off. He's going to work his way through the A site. And Tarek being passive finally takes the firefight. That's an instant kill for Char, and the B hit goes on underway at the exact same time. Got to watch out for Cutler, though. Must have been counter-boosted over there.
Yeah, he was.
Works his way on the back side. Oh, Josh BM is able to take him down using the smoke to his advantage. Now, bomb down. Hayes on the rotate. Beautiful. Takes him. 1 left. Josh BM needs another kill. Pick up 3. Oh, and he spots a jumping Hayes.
A good round there for Noble. I mean, it was Char being able to get a kill at A, which held people in place and forced B to be a little bit weaker defensively. And then you also have to take into account that JDM actually missed his op shot from the chicken coop, and that allowed Noble to actually get out of the broken wall, get into better positions on the execute, and overwhelm the site. So well done. After the timeout, Noble were able to win a couple of rounds there at the very end of the game to, make it, I guess, somewhat more manageable. But I still think that this is just too much damage that's been dealt. It's hard to come back from this.
Okay, so I before we went into this, I looked at the stats and everything, and I always try to make an argument for the underdog team. It's very hard to make an argument for Noble Esports in this situation because they are, frankly, outclassed against CLG. But at least there's something to be said about a 10-5 scoreline. I think a 10-5 at least gives you a little bit of hope going forward, because even if you lose the pistol round, you've got something to work with.
Yeah,
You can try to build towards something. And if you win the pistol round, you can
I guess
actually tie it up before you realize it.
the only real problem with that, though, is like just how T-sided this map has been in most of the games that we see now. I don't know if the stats completely support that. Like maybe it still is considered to be a little bit CT-sided, but it can't be that much, right? It has to be at least pretty equal or maybe even slightly T-sided. I think like Dust 2 is definitely slightly T-sided, and Cash apparently even has kind of drifted that direction in most people's eyes, and I think the stats even back that up. But Cobble is one of those other maps where I feel like it really has leaned more terrorist-sided, especially on teams that are well-versed on it. I guess if you're a team that doesn't really play the map at all, then maybe it doesn't matter. But the teams that actually spend time on it and they make it a priority to play this map, it always seems like they do better on the T side than CT side. And it's because it is hard to defend on this map. It's pretty big. Rotates are quite long. The executes at B are certainly quite dangerous to deal with. You can get stretched thin as CTs with so much to worry about. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of things that play to the T's favor. And so the fact that CLG are now on that side we're discussing, and they already have 10 rounds, makes it really hard to have much faith in Noble making a comeback.
I can give you the slightest glimmer of hope if you're a Noble Esports fan. I'm looking at the stats right now for CLG. Past 3 months, they're 5% more successful on their CT side than their T side. Pistol rounds live, Dust.
Cutlass actually does get out early here at middle, and he gets the info that it's a back at B for CLG. So this should alert Flash Up to go ahead and rotate any moment now to just go ahead and have a 4-man stack at this B bomb site. But here's the thing, is CLG could just be waiting for this flank this whole time. So I don't know if Cutlass will be able to actually set it in, but no, here comes the execute for CLG. They're going to go ahead and start pouring out into this B bomb site now.
Cutlass starts rushing in around the backside. There it is. Picks up one. Now they're going to have to worry about this and the other angle, and the rest of Noble focus on the drop zone players. They're all dropped down, and Tarek's the last man standing. He takes the flank player down. He has the bomb at his disposal, but it's 1 and 3. He goes hightailing it towards the A site. Look at this, though. Flash Tap hasn't rotated in just yet.
Yeah, he definitely could get a plant here, but it looks like Flash Tap will get here just in time to contest against this. Actually gets back into the site altogether. Oh, but he gets spotted. Tarek knows he's in that corner. He knows for sure. There's no way that Flash Tip is going to surprise kill Tarek or something like that. And that's exactly what he's hoping for. But Tarek, he so knows. He's like, yes, you were here. I am aware. Later, dude.
Oh, almost.
Okay, that was a little scary, but he gets it.
Okay, so there's a bomb plant for CLG, so it looked like nothing was going to be happening for this team. Tarek suddenly making this somewhat winnable. Backs all the way off towards long A. Announces his position, though. Picks off one more. Now it's a 1v1, Tarek. Can you take Virtus?
Oh, my.
All he has to do is play the bomb timer, though. That's the thing. Virtus taps the bomb. Tarek jumping around, spots, and knows there's no need to engage. Just backs on off.
Yep.
I'm going to make you tap that bomb again. Tap it.
Yeah,
there you go.
Tarek is playing this real smart.
Oh.
I'd be a little bit worried that Virtus was sticking it there at the very end, so you might have stretched his luck a little bit, but it didn't matter. He winds up getting the kill in the round anyway, and so around where Noble were doing great things. I mean, they had that quick flank, they had the stack at B, they won the initial exchanges, they got a lot of kills, they had it. They had a 3-on-1, and it just came down to one thing, just the timing of when Flash Step crosses the corner of the site. If he would have got there a second faster, Tarek never sees him cross, and he was able to probably just get a free frag on Tarek as he's trying to plant the bomb. But because he did spot it, that changed everything.
Certainly changed the way that Tarek ended up playing that round. Oh, what a brilliant play by Tarek. This time around. CLG not investing too heavily into this. Basically buying up on the money makers. And there's Cutlass picking up $600 right there on Flash Step. And Tarek trying to make an entry on to the B site. What's this tower power going on? Little totem pole at the B statue. Of course, our camera chooses to follow the bottom player, not the top.
I also prefer the bottom.
Should I comment on that?
No, just take it away.
So. I'll I'll just let that be. Fugly now entering on the A side. Bomb's going to be planted, no problem. Josh BM trying to make a rotation. Fugly's going to get hyper-aggressive on here. Spots the player. SMG to the face. Leaving Char isolated alone at the B side. He's got to deal with some armor. It's worth saving. Nasty shot. Dropping Cutler. Not going to be able to hang on to it.
Do you have a preference?
I like to see things.
So you're a watcher, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Creepy, actually.
Yeah, just
To
like
each their own.
Just like the Highlander, you know. To observe, never interfere.
We are gonna see CLG still here with the MAC-10s and a sawed off onto Hayes. We are gonna have Noble trying to push a lot onto this B platform, but they're just gonna line up for a tear. But they will eventually break through and get a kill and collect an AK, but only for Cutler to stop them right away.
Cutler flying through the air like a rocket.
Oh, this bomb is all the way down at the Dragon Room. So
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem.
That is a problem. Interesting.
Cutler starts backing on off. Hayes, I don't think he hears the, well, notices the retreat going on. Pops him in the face. And now Josh BM's going to be isolated all the way at the back. Hayes has no way of knowing exactly where he is. Fugly's recovered the bomb. Starts working his way on into the A site. Look how
Did that molly
injured
just
Josh
explode
BM
and
is.
disappear? What? That was crazy. There wasn't even a smoke grenade there. It just blew up and it just didn't exist anymore. That was weird. It must have hit like just the right spot to not actually set onto a surface. That was kind of cool.
Could have been just too high too, because if they
I
pop
don't know.
in the air,
Looked like
they
it landed
do
right on the
nothing.
balcony. That was weird. All right.
So an injured Josh BM is able to recover an AK-47. Doesn't have any armor. Down to 10 HP. He's going to go ahead and back off. Looks like he's running off to the bell tower. CLG pick up yet another round. CLG, they don't have a whole lot of money, so they might not want to go ahead and give chase at this point. And they're fine with leaving that AK-47 to Josh BM's hands. They'll deal with that later.
Yes, I want to see what happened to that molly. I might download the demo just to see what happened there. That was kind of funny. But, of course, it doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot. What does matter is the fact that CLG have a massive lead at this point. They're at 13-5. They're on the T side of Cobble. It's not looking good for Noble. Looks like this might be over soon. But just to remind all of you, we do have another best of 3 coming up in about 15 minutes. But pretty much directly after this. And it's going to be Selfless, the former enemy, with their new lineup with Mitch and Nifty, taking on Prospect, formerly known as Astral Authority, as we are going to see CLG open up fairly default, probably working the A-halls, JDM with the op middle, rest of the squad over towards B, and an equal exchange thus far.
Yeah, Cutlass is getting a little bit aggressive down by A. Is able to go ahead and pick up 1, but Fugly's still over there. And I think he actually heard him backing off. So Fugly's just kind of watching before he regroups with his team. Fugly's idea is going to be to work his way back towards Dragonlaw, pick up the bomb. Cutler, meanwhile, has already entered on drop zone, so that gives CLG a lot of options. They can go just about any direction they want, except for that way. Virtus watching it with the op.
So this is good news for Noble. They're able to get a man advantage here, but they still have to worry about this B execute. Char, however, able to deal with it effectively, able to get a couple of kills there on the Cutler and Tarek, so pretty much shutting this all the way down. Only Fugly left. The 1v4 just with the bomb and a good bit of time left. He has so many people to deal with, and he's not going to be able to even take a stab at it. It's eliminated immediately, and so it will be 13-6. So Noble on us a little bit of life here, but they still need to win at least 1 more to force the save out of CLG. It appears.
Well, they're
no, they'll go ahead and do it now. Yeah, there's a couple of guys who are a little bit too low. They will get Fugly an AK just to kind of even it off. He actually, Hayes able to pick up the head armor, so Fugly dropping him. Oh, they do go ahead and just force up all the way now, yeah. A couple of people on pistols, but they do buy up everyone else all the way.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of discussion going on in the CLG camp. But, yeah, they just charge out. Full speed, rushing into the B side. Derek around the corner. Picks up 1 before he gets traded on off. Fugly's not able to go ahead and finish Josh BM, though. He's got the sight. Just need to cross over. The door player also dead. Cutlass from A site. Last man standing as the bomb goes down.
Right, so we are going to see CLG with the force up find the round. This is going to reset Noble's economy at the worst possible time. Luckily, they did have some cash stored up on a couple of players, so they should still be able to make a buy next round fully if they wanted to, or they might have to elect to just go for the force here and stop from CLG going to map point. And it looks like they will go for the latter decision. They will go and get the info from us out on Cutlass and Josh. But the other guys are just going to be on upgraded pistols, and obviously if this doesn't work, next round's going to be even worse. They'll have even less to work with. So this could very well be 16-6 coming up here soon, as JDM does catch the push from Cutlass.
Yeah, Cutlass basically just going for information right away at that point, and I think CLG might have suspected that by putting JDM just right out there with the AWP. Attempting an entry, but CLG getting shut down very quickly by Virtus specifically, picking up 2 right there at the B site, and it's enough to start repelling them. Cutler holding position at B platform. JDM's going to recover the bomb. Fugly sitting on top of the A site. They can do anything, and Flashtip and Virtus backing off, looking for information. They have no idea where the T's have gone now.
Is looking pretty grim for Noble at this point, as CLG has the main advantage and they're working their way up into the A site. There is one player, Virtus, watching the cross with the AK, the man that does have the rifle. He will get smoked off, however. Meanwhile, Cutler's still over here at B. Could backstab in a big way, but he needs to be quick about it, because right now it's a 2v2 inside this A site, and if he doesn't get there fast enough, maybe Noble can just kind of break these 2 players before his flank can really set in.
All right, so Flashtip's going to jump on down. Might have been spotted out JDM. Oh, man, dink down to 2 HP. At this point, first last man standing. Doesn't matter. JDM with the AWP.
Right.
Putting us in a match point right there with 2 HP.
So again, Noble going to have to do more with less at this point, as the money is pretty much run dry. They will be able to get a Mag 7 onto Flashtip, but otherwise it's just upgrade pistol armor for the rest of the lineup. And so CLG just moments away from moving on to the round of 8 here in this bracket. There was a lot of upsets in our first qualifier, but so far in this one, it's gone pretty much according to planned, I think.
Yeah, nothing so far. One of the bigger upsets was CLG actually getting dropped out by Gabi's NRG last time around.
I say we're one of the favorites to win the first bracket. Now they have to deal with teams like Tempo Storm, Renegades, and Luminosity in this one. Plus,
it's going to be tough.
It's going to be a little bit harder on them, yeah.
It's going to be tough. Here on match point, 1 by 1. Noble falling, leaving Virtus all alone. Gets pinched off by Drop Zone. He's able to pick up 1 player, but Cutler right there in quick position to go ahead and make the trade. Your final score line on Cobble, 16-6. Just a 1-round improvement for CLG over Dust 2.
So that is going to be that. Not really much to analyze. It was a pretty one-sided series in favor of CLG, and that was kind of the expected end result by most of us out there.